When we made our video about Sheldon, I remember some fans asking if I would make a video dedicated to the Silver Shell. I never really saw much of a reason to give him the spotlight. He's still Sheldon. So we figured that we'd give him a short segment of the video. On top of that, he's only in, 3 episodes?
Whisper.
There's 4? You sure? 4, really? I guess so. I'm not kidding, I forgot this episode. This isn't very common for me. Sometimes, sure, I'll forget about key segments of episodes, but I've never forgotten about one completely. When I scroll through the episodes, I figure that Saved by the Shell and Dancing with My Shell are the same episode. So, thanks to this oversight, this might actually be the first time I'm revisiting this episode since 2015. Well, with all the begging I've done for a 4th season, this episode being brand new to me should be fun. So, let's get right into the episode that I forgot. The episode opens with an attack on the Parade of Metal. It's a giant fly, and it's turning all of the metal in Tremerton into soup, just to suck it up. Luckily for us, Jenny's friends aren't made of metal. Otherwise, we would have watched Tuck's flesh burn off his bones. Obviously, the Girl of Steel herself is as metallic as ever, making her the prime target for the evil fly. Sheldon suits back up as the Silver Shell to try and defend Jenny, somehow forgetting that the fly, eats metal, the same thing his suit is made out of. Trying to electrocute the fly, Sheldon unintentionally traps it with a glass bowl after taking a direct hit from its acid. So Jenny was saved by the shell, the Silver Shell. This accidental series of events nearly reveals Sheldon's dirty secret, but he fortunately had metal shutters installed to hide his identity. Making the most of the moment, Sheldon tries to manipulate Jenny into falling in love with him by describing this macho nerd who's been secretly admiring her for some time. Jenny takes the bait and agrees to meet this bachelor by her locker the next day. What could go wrong? Well, after presumably hours of grooming himself to be perfect for Jenny, Sheldon stumbles next to Jenny's locker, biting his tongue, and can't communicate why he's there. At the same time, Don Prima shows up, and Jenny assumes that he's her secret admirer. In an adorable state of panic and excitement, Jenny makes the first move and asks Don out. After consulting his checklist of girls he's been with to find Jenny's name without a checkmark, he accepts. They set a date for Mesmers, with Sheldon still on the ground with his tongue wedged between his teeth, unable to object. Overhearing where this date was going to happen, Sheldon goes to Mesmers as the Silver Shell in an effort to thwart the date. No matter what he does, Sheldon just ends up making Don look even better. When their food arrives, Jenny notices that Don is eating Sheldon's favorite sandwich. And when she points this out, Don starts scolding her about hanging around with losers. This harshness turns Jenny away and forces her to recompose herself in the washroom. The Silver Shell tells Don off, but he's too stupid to understand what he meant. Sheldon figures out that Don cares more about his shoes than Jenny, and finds a way to put him in his place. The metal-eating fly reappears and the Silver Shell grabs its snout and starts shooting acid at Don's shoes. Don tells the Silver Shell that Jenny isn't that special and that he can have her if he wants her. This just makes Sheldon angrier. Jenny comes back in the middle of this fight, with Mesmers destroyed around them. She assumes that the Silver Shell started the fight, which she kinda did. Still, she was about to walk away with Don Prima with no context about what he said. Luckily for her, she accidentally scuffs his shoe and he breaks down in front of her, which was the last straw. All alone, Jenny reflects on Don Prima and the Silver Shell's flaws, and considers dating someone sweet. Sheldon passes by in a sour mood, blowing a shot he could have had with her, and Jenny concludes that she doesn't know anyone who's sweet. And that's all there is to say about Saved by the Shell. While I was watching it, I remembered key elements of the episode and certain scenes, but as a whole, I legitimately forgot about it. That's not a problem with the episode itself. I actually enjoyed it despite how mean-spirited parts of it were. Yeah, Sheldon is really toxic and manipulative, Don Prima is an absolute asshole, and Jenny is ruder to Sheldon than normal. All of this leads to an episode about how shallow people are. Deep down, I wish that this episode taught the characters valuable lessons, but the episode I confused this one with proves that wrong. So, I guess it's gonna be a while until we talk about the Silver Shell again. He doesn't show up again until halfway through Season 2. No matter what, we will talk about him some more. There's no choice if we want to complete our quest to talk about every episode of the show. If this was your favorite episode, I'm sorry that I forgot it. Tell me what you think about this one in the comments below. I've been your narrator, DC. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a rating. If you want to reach us, leave a comment. Or check out our other platforms. Links are in the description.